Good morning and welcome in. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. It is finally Friday. Let's get you ready for the weekend with a look at your latest local news from around the region with your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. The news today is brought to you by the Luce County Veteran Services Office. Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you for all your veteran service needs. Call 293-4890. In your latest local news this morning, the Luce County Veteran Services Office now seeking nominations for the 2025 Luce County Veterans Community Service Award. Now is the time to nominate the veteran in your life who's made a positive difference in our community. Living and posthumous nominations are being accepted for this year's Veterans Community Service Award. They must be a Luce County resident. For more information on how to submit your nomination, contact Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard at 293-4890 to get more information. The deadlines for nominations must be submitted by September 12th, with the banquet coming up later this fall. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has announced that several northern Michigan counties will be receiving aid following President Trump's approval of disaster declaration for the state. Federal aid is on the way to areas who were impacted by major ice storms earlier this year. Governor Gretchen Whitmer announcing that President Donald Trump has approved the state's request for the disaster declaration. It will help those communities and counties impacted by the devastating storm that knocked out power and communications, closed schools and businesses, left hundreds of miles of roads blocked off by fallen tree and debris. The declaration opens the path for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, to offer up public assistance in several counties, including Mackinac in the eastern UP. Other counties available for assistance include Alcona, Alpena, Antrim, Charlevoix, Sheboygan, Crawford, Emmett, Kalkaska, Montmorency, Oscoda, Otsego, and Presqu'Île. The Little Traverse Bay Band of Odawa Indians will also have reservation lands covered under the federal disaster declaration. On May 16th, Whitmer submitted a formal request of major disaster declaration to help northern Michigan recover and rebuild from those historic storms. Whitmer also traveled to the White House to meet with Trump, advocating for federal assistance for the northern Michigan region. The state declared its own level of emergency back in late March to help speed up the process from the storm system that moved through in late March. The Hiawatha Sportsman's Club and their art club are presenting one of their biggest events of the year. The 75th Annual Art and Hobby Show takes place this weekend at the Hiawatha Sportsman's Club. The event will run Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Featured artists for this year's show are Bill Reynolds and family. They'll be painting, stained and fused glass, jewelry, embroidery, wood carvings, pottery, photography, woodblock prints, and much more on display. As part of the show, live music will be performed by Tom Everett. The Big Mac Pack will be selling hot dogs from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event is open to the public and no cost to attend. It'll take place in the Activities Building on Millicocan Lake Drive. Don't miss the 75th Annual Hiawatha Sportsman's Club Art and Hobby Show going on Saturday. The Erickson Center for the Arts is gearing up for one of the premier events of the summer season. It takes place on Saturday, the 22nd Annual Wine Tasting and Auction Fundraiser. It'll be held on the front lawn of the Pine Performance Center next to the Erickson Center for the Arts on Saturday. Event gets underway at 4 p.m., features silent and live auctions, raffles, and a cash bar. There'll be food vendors on site. Local businesses sponsoring the event will be providing wine samples throughout the afternoon. Tickets are available at mynorthtickets.com. You can save a little bit of money if you purchase your tickets in advance. Remaining tickets will be available at the door. If you have questions, contact Kelly Chamberlain at 906-291-0823. You can also contact the Erickson Center office today at 906-586-9974. All proceeds benefit the programs hosted and put on by the Erickson Center for the Arts. It's one of their largest fundraiser events of the year. That's the 22nd annual wine tasting and auction fundraiser event for the Erickson Center for the Arts, Saturday starting at 4 p.m. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news here on a Friday. We're getting you ready for the weekend with your latest Newberry News update on M123 FM. Your Friday news headlines, as always, brought to you by the Luce County Veteran Services Office. Remembering everyone deployed. Every Friday, a Red Friday with the Luce County Veteran Services Office. For more information, follow their Facebook page or contact Luce County Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard at 293-4890. Time now to check in with sports this morning. Newberry football program has been busy this summer. Off-season practices and scrimmages have officially gotten underway as the team prepares for the start of fall training camp. Preseason practices will officially get underway on Monday, August 11th. While the JV and varsity teams have been tuning up this summer, the youth programs getting ready to kick off their seasons as well. The Tahquamenon Area Youth Football program is hosting a youth camp and registration next week. The camp will be Monday through Wednesday from 4 until 5:30 p.m. at the Newberry football field. Cost is $25 per participant. Do not have to pre-register, and while you're there, get your child registered for the upcoming flag and tackle football seasons. More information available in the most recent edition of the Newberry News. Earlier this week, we got to speak with Coach Klickner on the off-season program and updates. It's M123 FM in the Newberry News down at the Newberry High School football field where the summer program is in full swing. Indians getting ready for the start of fall camp, which will be here in just a matter of weeks. Coach Zach Klickner, head coach of the Varsity Indians, is joining us now. And Coach, first things first, let's talk about the summer program and what you guys have been working on this off season.
So we just started our 5-on-5s for the summer. The calendar kind of fell weird this year with the 4th of July and how late we got out of school. So we actually had a week of practice between our 4th of July dead period and our 5-on-5s, whereas we usually jump right into 5-on-5s. So just the way the calendar falls this year, our July is a little bit longer. So we're taking full advantage of that. We're lifting a couple days a week. We're practicing a couple days a week, and then Wednesdays we're having a couple wrong colored jerseys come in.
I know one thing the state's allowing you guys to do now in programs around the state is you do get a set of summer designated practices, and it looks like, as you said, taking full advantage. I know the numbers have been pretty strong all summer long. Yeah,
I really can't complain. We got probably 7 or 8 guys that have been over 80% attendance. So anytime you're knocking on numbers like that, it's pretty solid. As far as the 15 practices go, it's helmets only, so we lose out on all the good parts of football. But the 5-on-5s in the 8-man world, those count towards those practices. So all together, right now I think we have 13 scheduled, so that gives us a little cushion room there if we want to add one more at the end of July or not.
I know one thing that you've been working on is really building this program from the ground up. You've come from the ground up, from the youth ranks all the way to the varsity spot. We're getting ready to do some exciting things with our youth programs and kids in the community.
Yep, so our football boys will be working a camp here at the end of the month. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I believe that's the 28th, 29th, 30th of July. So our boys will be coaching 4th through 6th graders, the flag kids, and then our high school staff will be working with the 7th and 8th graders, kind of starting to install some of that, the stuff we're doing at the high school level. So it just trickles down. So when we get them next year, we're all talking the same language.
Bring your kids out for that Newberry Youth Football Camp. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the 28th through the 30th. That'll be from 4 until 5:30 right here at the football field. And while your kids are participating in the camp, you can come see me. I'll get you signed up for the upcoming youth football season. 4th, 5th, and 6th grade flag football, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade tackle football being offered again by the Tahquamenon Area Youth Football Association. So come out, get signed up, bring your kids for the camp, have some fun, and enjoy some great football in the summer. Coach, thanks for your time, and go Indians.
Thanks, Dan.
Your latest local weather forecast for the weekend: sunny skies and a high in the low 80s. Calm winds west 5 miles per hour. Air quality alert is out. Could see areas of smoke from those ongoing Canadian wildfires throughout the day as well. Saturday, slight chance of showers, mostly sunny skies. Highs will be in the low 80s. South winds 5 to 10. Warm one to wrap up the weekend on Sunday. It'll be sunny with highs in the upper 80s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This is your news, sports, and weather. It's your Newbury News Update on M123 FM.
Attention veterans and their families. The Luce County Veterans Services Office is here to support you with a wide range of services. We assist with VA healthcare eligibility, compensation claims, counseling services, benefit coverage, state and county emergency relief funds, and more. Contact your Luce County Veterans Services Officer, Rick Menard, at 906-293-4890. The Luce County Veterans Services Office, proudly supporting our community's veterans.